Hello folks, my name is Aubron, and this is my first attempt at a Minecraft related LP. I am here on the Mindcrack Subreddit server, which is a fan-made community based around the Mindcrack folks. And today I was just going to start off my attempt at a series with looking around my base of operations at the moment, briefly. And then we're going to work on a project that I've never done before, and I haven't seen a whole lot of these done on servers. So we're going to be working on a 3-village iron golem farm, but we want to hide all the villages underground and kind of mesh the whole system in with the existing framework. So let me just show you what I have established here at the moment. And there's portal, which is not yet pretty. And yeah, here's where I'm established now, and we're going to be merging the villagers and the iron golem farms. We're going to do 3 of them into the existing architecture, and hopefully during that we will learn a little bit about the way villagers work, the way iron golem spawning works, and yeah. So let's come on inside, and we'll talk a bit more. Oh, yeah, we'll go to the basement. Alright. This is where I have been working thus far. It's fairly simple. Little forge. Farm to keep me alive. You done? Nope. Not done yet. Good enough. We'll dispose of the rest. Into the cactus with you. Alright. But yeah, and as you can tell, this is whoa, what's this? Oh, I see. Okay, I wasn't really intending for this to be a thing. We don't have much of a prank wars set up here, but we do have... I've got neighbors. They're pretty distant neighbors. A neighbor called by, but you weren't in, so I left you a gift. Everyone loves a good hoe, but I'm poor, so I got you a load of cheap hoes. Aim. He's not online to... Yep. Knew it. P.S. Look below for a better gift. Yeah. Mushroom stew. He's probably got a mushroom. Probably didn't cost him anything. But the bowls. I'll take in the bowls back. Hello neighbor, as you can see I'm not cheap unlike your other neighbor. I brought you some fancy pumpkin. Oh, also, I thought you could use some mycelium, so I left it with your sheep. They enjoy some mycelium. Oh, well. Man, he didn't leave a... That's probably Jingle. Kind of think of it. Anyway, but yeah. Actually, I kind of want to go check on the sheep now. This is the start of a bad thing. We're just going to get distracted all the time. Oh, this is the elevator to the surface. It is the bane of my existence, and has been for quite some time. It is a timing nightmare. Involves vertical redstone wiring, in case you aren't aware. That's vertical redstone wiring. Glowstone next glowstone, redstone current will travel up it. So it's vertical wiring, but it takes no time. It all lights up at once. Fun stuff to do with glowstone. So yeah, let's see if the elevator likes us today. It's a simple elevator, you just step into it. You might shift, depending on how much the elevator likes you. Shifting always helps. I think it likes me today. Yeah, sometimes you get taken up to the top, and other times you get taken up to the top and then thrown back down to your death. And this is my little backdoor entrance. I've tried not to mess with the terrain that I found here. Even that my building downstairs is mostly all built around a cave. My villagers are over there, my sheep are over here. Oh no. Oh no. He broke the... Oh. No. My sheep. I don't even see mycelium. Alright, sorry about that. Had a brief disconnect there. But, yeah, nothing to see here. I'll show you the villagers, because they're going to be a big part of this later. We're at that point where we all kind of move around by interval. Walking is foreign to us. Oh, hey, that's perfect landing. This is a little temporary villager compound I set up. I wasn't really sure about how villager houses work at that point. So I just kind of, ooh, golem. Oh god. Mistakes were made. Die. These things have so much help. Alright. Some iron. The villagers don't even get angry. They're really not very... Are they digging? Are you all digging your way out? This is for your own good. I'm doing this for you. And prison breaks will not be accepted. Alright. Whoosh. Alright. This whole village is set to be leveled, and we probably will have to do that during part of this. But, for now, let's see. We should get started with a brief introduction to how villagers and iron golems work, I suppose. Which implies going right back to where we left. So, let's go back there. As you can tell, I had an iron golem over here. That is because I had more than 21 houses. A house is considered a wooden door with a weird algorithm involving sunlight and the blocks above it and all this kind of fun stuff. I had 21 houses or more and over 16 villagers. And there's definitely over 16 villagers here. There were only 2 when I started, and by adding doors they repopulated to 2/3 the amount of doors, I believe. Yeah. So this is just a temporary place I built to house them. But I have come across a design that I like much better for the eventual farm. The idea behind the farm is that we'll trap all the villagers in one central place. When the iron golem spawns, it will spawn in a place in which it will be carried down through a water current to my underground base over there, and I can kill it. Murder it. They're digging out. They're digging out of this place. Oh, I guess he's to replace the guy I murdered. Oh, wait, nope, he was just glitch escaping. No glitch escaping either. Don't do it. Yeah, you hear me. You saw what I did to your friend. Let me do that to you too. Alright. So, let's go look at where I'm planning to build this horrifying contraption. Actually, I'll take you to my creative world where I've built one of these already, and we can observe it. Be right back. Alright, and we are now in my creative world, where I, amongst other things, have built one of these little iron golem farms. And these iron golem farms consist of exactly 21 houses and a lot of villagers. Now, that's my biggest concern right now, is that you saw how many villagers were in there. I am worried about having that many villagers. Because in SMP, I'm not sure if you're aware, but in SMP, whenever I have to murder these guys, luckily I can batch murder them. Yeah, into the fire with you. Oh goodness, this is going to be a mess. Okay, we're not even going to go into that. So many villagers gathered into one place. I have an odd feeling it's going to A, cause them to eject all over the place, and ooh, getting some frame loss there. And B, cause them to glitch out whenever the server's restarted, or maybe just when I disconnect and reconnect. But the only way we're going to learn about that is if we attempt, and I'm getting horrible frame lag over there, devious stuff. Alright, but yeah, you see the simple design here. The 16 block radius here is where golems can spawn. Anywhere they fall, they are going to inevitably be carried down to there, which that central area will be for the collection. And my sounds are probably pretty loud. Anyway, back to the server. Alright, and we're back. We're gonna go one second. Alright. So, where we're planning to build this is where we are planning to build this is right here. I have a thing for symmetry, you'll notice, so this entire building is set up to where it can be symmetrical right down this line right here. So we're going to be building the actual golem farm right here, and we're going to be doing it in the style of this entrance here, which is pretty simple. It's just regular stone brick, iron door, oops. And these are here to hide the redstone. I need to come up with a better way to do that, because the redstone lights those lamps. I hate torches. You can tell this is the more finished side of the room. You can tell because there are no torches, and that is the way everything should be. So yeah, I am going to go ahead and dig us out the beginnings of a room, and I'll be back when I'm done with that. Alright folks, and we're back. And as you can see, the order of symmetry for this part of the room has been restored. Minus that. Ignore that. But yeah, we don't have the door or anything yet, but that's kind of getting ahead of ourselves in my opinion. We're not going to build like the room to the exact specifications of this one, although we will build it pretty close. It will probably be somewhere around 7 by 7. Yeah, I think 7 by 7 is actually probably a good size for it. So yes, we will actually build it to that specification. But yeah, I figured, how tall did I make this one? I made this one 3 tall. Sounds like good standard to go by. While I am doing this horribly mundane task, I can avoid the problem I had last time. No, I can't. Okay. While I'm doing this horribly mundane task, it'll be a good opportunity to actually introduce myself, because up to this point, I really just jumped into it. Mostly because I was moderately terrified of starting this, and I've been putting it off for so long. But also, just, you know, don't want to bore you with personal details of a person you've never met. My name is Aubron. I am a member of the Mindcrack Subreddit server, as you already know. And I also moderate the Mindcrack subreddit and do the design work for it. So anything you've seen on the subreddit as far as design, not fan art stuff, but things like the banners, all the horrifying flare problems that we have on a regular basis, that's always my fault. So I am a pretty big fan of that entire group, and I put a lot of time and effort into, the maps. I do the ultra hardcore player movement maps. If you've seen any of the ones that are really high resolution and work with something that looks like Google Maps, that is part of my domain, because I work in web stuff. I'm a web designer and mediocre web developer. You probably can't hear a thing over the... You know, we're going to turn the sound down. Isn't that so much better? Tempted to put a record on. Oh, I have a C41811 disk. Now, I'm not Nevers, I didn't hack that in. Justify was on the server, and apparently someone thought it would be a great idea. No, you're too loud. Someone thought it would be an absolutely amazing idea to give Justify privileges. And one of the things to come out of that encounter was a hacked in 11 disk, which I then stole. So that's the origin of that. I knew if I don't say anything, someone will see it and make horrifying accusations towards me and anyone I've ever met. But yeah, that's most of what I was wanting to mention. Okay, that's too loud too. Nope, no background music. There you go. Serious decision right there. I gotta take all that stuff down at some point. So, okay, let's talk about the project. What I'm doing right here is going to be a central collection room. It's going to be pretty simple. It's probably going to have some chests in it to store excess iron, and then it's going to have the kill room, because we're going to be transporting the golems themselves in golem form, not in iron bar form, because iron bars despawn and iron golems do not. So, the storage situation. You notice that I have flying chests. This cave originally ended here. It was carved out the rest of the way for symmetry's sake. But these chests are a relic of that because they were sitting on the natural wall. And there's too much useless junk in them for me to consider moving them. But I will once I finish my storage room. Okay, let's try that again. But I will once I finish my storage room. Hey. The Observant, or the fans of JL2975 and that whole German engineering server will recognize this as their storage room design. I think it's probably one of the best ones, just because of the amount of storage space you can. Curved? What's my FOV set at? Whoa. It's a little trippy. Yep. I need to get some second level speed potions. Be really trippy. Anyway. Quake Pro aside. I think that this is just the best one because it fits so much storage space into such a small area. I'm never going to be able to use all the storage room that I've set aside for this. I've come to that conclusion, but oh well. I'm going to do it anyway. So, let's go back to the project. What I'm thinking here is that we're going to have a central killing room. A central killing room here. And the golems are going to come from 3 directions, because I guess I haven't talked about village mechanics. You can only form a new village if the center of the new village that you're trying to create is more than 64 blocks away from the center of the old village. So inherently, it's very difficult to stack villages. It's very difficult to put them next to each other. Well, it's impossible to put them right next to each other. And if you want to build a very effective golem farm, then you will need to build multiple villages 65 plus blocks away. So the idea here is I'm going to extend it to 75 because I know nothing ever works the way it's supposed to. So 32 blocks that way, and 32 blocks that way will be 2 villages, and then 32 blocks this way will be the 3rd one. And they will all 3, through water canals, bring the iron golems into the central location, where they will be systematically murdered and collected for my amusement. Yep. I think that if with 3 villages, especially if I do end up stacking them eventually, which is unlikely, be more than enough iron for me. Especially since, like I said, they are persistent. They'll stick around. See, this is where, oops. Ooh, we've got some cave peeking in here. This is where those fences come into play. I'll be on me at the moment. But they're just to block out the redstone here. We'll put some torches down for the sake of not getting creepered while I'm not looking and picking up all that gravel. Can't pick up the flint. But yeah, so they're all going to come into one central location via water canal. Actually, I need to... Let's figure out the water... We're probably not going to get to really in-depth building of the iron golem farm today. But we will figure out how we're going to do the iron golem water canals. For that, we're going to need a bucket. Wait, 2 buckets actually. Do I have any more buckets? Bucket, 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 bucket. I need a couple buckets. Running out of storage room again. Gonna have to make more chests. Do. Alright. We're gonna need some stairs, I think. I think that's what I'm gonna go with. And then we're going to need some signs. We're gonna make 4 signs. Boom. Oh. Boom. Boom, boom. Alright. Now, let's go see if the elevator to the surface likes us today. I may knock out this whole wall here, really, because it's kind of silly. I don't like the way... If I don't knock out this wall, I'm gonna make this look better. And probably... I've got some 3x3 tiling designs using upside down stairs. You may have noticed the one in here, which is a not perfect creeper face, but good enough. I may use that. Not that. Use a 3x3 tile here to try and break up all this dead space. And it could also hide some lighting behind it. Alright. And I just feel like I need a faster way to get to this exit. Oh! It left me. Doesn't like me today. Oh, it left me again. See, that's what I'm talking about timing. It's still not perfect. If it was perfect, I feel like it would do it even if the server was lagging. Alright. So, hey, this is actually be a great place to figure out the water canals. I don't have any kind of shovel with me. Or even an efficiency pickaxe, so I can bother those amongst you that get bothered by things like that. Now, basically what I figured out is that iron golems pretty much react to water the same way as players. So we can test things about iron golems using ourselves as a guinea pig. Which is just brilliant. So we're going to grab this water. See, the thing is, okay, so we don't need to keep sliding them down for the village, because we want to put the villages almost at surface level. So we don't want to keep, because like I could very easily extend this further if I just wanted to dig these 2 right here out. See? Expands nicely. I can go another 8 blocks with that. But that's not what I'm interested in. Because I don't want to have to do that. I want to be able to move the iron golems along at a steady rate. And what used to work, and what I'm hoping will still work, this works great with mob systems, slime farms. Slimes react well to these kinds of movements. So, this isn't a novice LP, but I'll indulge those of you who don't know that signs will block water flow. So, if we tried, because okay, let's watch what this does. Just gonna slide along and up. So I'm up to there. Now my first instinct would be to put water here, which does nothing but destroy everything that anyone ever could have loved. But if we change a little about it, putting a sign here, and a sign here, which means water can't flow that way anymore, you'll see another bucket of water. Really need to get my potion room set up at some point. But now, well, if I had this done right, you would see, if I wasn't a failure at everything, you would see that I now have a steady and consistent water stream. Now this goes up one. I could actually, pretty sure, drop it down to this level without any real change, which I think it'll update whenever I pull the water out and put it back in. But it'll have the same functional effect, except you'll end up 1 block lower. Wait for all that to subside. Yeah. So this design is now tileable. Let's go check to make sure it works. I have every thought that it will, however. And boom. Up and over. And this is the format that we'll be using to transport the iron golems over the 32 blocks underground from somewhere in that area. Which this whole thing I hope to either terraform over, so make like a little mound here over it if it needs to break the surface, or just have it completely underground. Of course, there's another restriction, I guess, that blocks that are considered parts of houses have to be able to see sunlight. So if we did build it completely underground, then we would need to have the roof sections, which are only about 5 or 6 blocks, on the surface. So I don't think that's too difficult to make in disguise. So yeah, I'm going to wrap things up for right now. But we've got our basic plan figured out. We're going to put 3 villages, 1 there, 1 there. Oh, hello, Mr. Creeper. How are you? Why do you want to kill me? Why would you do that? We're going to put 3 villages. You're kidding me. Oh well, it's crap material anyway. We're going to pull up my house. This is my only house, man. My only house. But we're gonna have the 3 villages. Come on, give me the wood. Oh, there's wood in there somewhere. Yes. The rest of that crap despawned for all I care. I do need to fix the ground here. Okay, I'll fix that in a bit. 1 village there, 1 village there, 1 village there, and they will all run towards me, where they will have probably a lava blade. If you're not sure what that is, we'll talk about it next time. A lava blade that will murder them and give me a ton of iron, but what I'm really wanting is roses. So you know, we're not calling it an iron farm anymore. This is going to be a red rose farm. Now I should note, I guess, before we go any further in this, that you'll want to check with the people who run your server if they consider this okay. Because like the sand duplication glitches and everything else, it's a moral gray area. Oh, you stink. I still need to enclose this area. It's a moral gray area. So check with the people who run your server and the people who play on your server. Because SMP is not a competition, but there is a winner and a loser. Oh, my sheep are all the way over here. This is just a disaster. So they may take offense to you creating something that removes the need to farm to get iron. But in most servers that I play on, iron kind of becomes an afterthought after you get a significant supply of diamond. Once you get a stack or 2 of diamond, you kind of forget iron exists for most purposes. And it all becomes about enchants, which enchantment's broken, but we'll talk about it another time. But yeah, until next time, this has been Aubron, and thank you for watching.